Welcome back, students. In a previous video we have discussed about speed, accuracy, reliability and versatility. So if you have not watched that video, so please do watch it and continue with this video. So now point is storage. Storage is the capacity of a computer to store data, to store any information, to store any data in a system. The capacity will be calculated, that is the storage. A computer can store large amount of data. Computer can store large amount of data. Understood? So we have different storage devices. By using that storage devices, we can store large amount. For example, if you are using CD means there is a storage limitation for CD. If you are using DVD means there is a limitation for in a DVD. If you are using Blu-ray disc, again there is a limitation, means this much of amount of data can be stored. If you are using pen drive, and you may be having 2 GB, 4 GB, 6, 32 GB, 64 GB and all, means so that is the storage capacity. Up to that capacity you can store the information. If you are using hard disk, according to that capacity you can store the information, which can be used anytime. So that data, if once it is stored in a storage devices, that data can be used, that data can be accessed anytime. You can store data into a computer through various external and internal devices, such as, okay, here they are given what are those devices. By using internal or by using external devices, we can store the information, we can store the data. So what are those devices? One is hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, RAM, ROM. So these are some internal and external devices. According to their storage capacity, we can store the information, we can keep the information in that devices. Hard disk can store the maximum amount of data among these devices. Among these devices means CD, DVD, pen drive, RAM, ROM and all. Among these devices, hard disk is having highest storage capacity. Hard disk is having highest storage capacity. Okay. The maximum amount of data that can be stored depends on the device chosen by the user. Okay. Here the amount of data which user is going to store, it depends upon the device which he is going to choose. If he has chosen CD means he can store only 700 MB of data. If he has chosen DVD means up to 4.7 GB and all he can store. If he has chosen pen drive means 32 GB, pen drive means 32 GB, 16 means 16 GB, 64 GB pen drive means 64 GB. If you have chosen hard disk means up to that storage capacity he can store the information. It depends upon the user which device he has chosen to store the information. Next is diligence. Next characteristic is diligence. Computers are non-respondent to human factors. Computers are non-respondent to human factors, in the sense when human beings works for a longer period, then usually he gets tired, he gets bored, understood, or fatigueness he feels. But computers are non-respondent. Computers won't get tired, won't get bored, understood. So that is non-respondent. It can work repeatedly and efficiently for long hours without taking a rest. So computers can work without taking a rest, continuously, repeatedly. It can work for longer hours, longer period. See, if human beings are working, so after doing the same work on 3-4 times, he feels bored. But if you give same work on 100 times to the system, doesn't matter for the system. It works with the same capacity, so say with the same efficiency. That is diligence. Next is multitasking. A computer can do many tasks at the same time. Computer is capable of performing many tasks at the same time. For instance, one can enjoy listening to music while typing in MS Word or while working on any other package. Here, while typing you can listen the music. Here, listening the music is one work and typing is another work. So more than one work is going on in that system. So that is multitasking. Task means work. Multi means more than one. So more than one work can be done by using the systems. So these all are the characteristics of computer. So next point comes limitations. Now what are those limitations which systems have? The first one is incapability to think. So computers are not capable to think and to take its own decision. Understood? So that is the limitation. Computers cannot take of its own decision and cannot think on its own. In case of any error, it cannot take any alternative action. If there are any errors in that system, it will not sort out on itself. We have to sort it out, that errors. Understood? So that is that errors cannot be solved itself. So we have to put our effort, or we have to remove that errors from that program. That is incapability to think, no intelligence. Unlike human beings, a computer has no IQ. It needs instructions at every step. So human beings have IQ. IQ means it is a unit to calculate the human thinking capacity. Okay, so that is IQ. But in a system, in a computer, its IQ is 0, because it will not take any decision, it will not think on its own. So that's why its IQ is 0. And computer requires instruction at every step. For each and every step, you need to give the instruction, you need to give the input, then only so that information will be processed. Otherwise that information remains same as it is. So that is no intelligence. Dependence on power, third point. So dependence on power means computer is an electronic device. Everybody knows that. In the sense, electronic device means it requires electricity. A computer is an electronic machine, thus its dependence on power makes it costly. So we are depending on the power. So its system depends on the power. If you face any power failures, in that case system won't work out. So we are depending on the power. If you are using laptop, you may be having the battery. Okay, you are having the battery in that laptop, but to charge that battery we need electricity. Again we are depending on the power. Understood? So that is another limitations of computer. So thank you students. Here your first lesson gets over. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in your WhatsApp group. Thank you for watching.